Hello, my name is Libika Tanya from Limina Renewal Center. I may have spoken to or certainly traded emails with a majority of you who have booked private retreats at Limina for the coming year. We are so grateful that you are trusting us with your groups and are really looking forward to hosting you. And I hope that this video will help with one step of the process, which is how you will communicate to us about your guests' dietary needs and room assignments. We find that this can be a little tricky for folks with our reservation system, and so I hope this video is helpful. And as always, please don't hesitate to reach out by email or give us a phone call, and we are more than happy to support you at any time. So let me just share my screen very quickly with you. Beginning 3 months prior to your retreat, you will receive a series of emails from us. The first one is a more extended, frequently asked questions about your upcoming retreat, time of check-in and check-out, what meals are included, if Limina staff will help with the check-in, how to book healing art services, how to handle tipping our amazing staff. And then here we have, how should I communicate our dietary needs and room assignments? You'll see that there's a hyperlink where the name of your retreat will appear. This one is just called Test Retreat 2026. And I'll show you that you will receive this link multiple times, but 3 months prior to your retreat is the first time, and it will show you the kind of information that we will need you to share with us. So it might be helpful for you to take a peek at it at that point. 1 month prior to your retreat, you'll get another email from us reminding you about your next payment that is due, and also asking about your guest room assignments and dietary preferences. And here is the hyperlink. 2 weeks prior to your retreat, we get a little bit more demanding in our requests from you, because at this point we really are needing your guest dietary needs and preferences as soon as possible, because our chef Angela Sanzali will reach out to you to discuss the menu for your retreat and any other needs that appear once you have submitted all of that information. And then 5 days prior to your retreat, you get an email that says, please, please, please be sure that you have sent us all of the information that we need by this point. So when you click on that hyperlink, it will take you to this form. This is obviously, again, the test retreat, and this is how you will actually communicate to us which rooms you would like your guests to stay in, and what their dietary needs and preferences are, and any other allergies or information that we should know as we prepare to host you and your guests. When you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page, you'll see this line that says Other Registrations. The star indicates the group retreat leader. Please do not edit anything about this particular registration. If you do, then it will make one of your guests the retreat leader, and they will get all of the administrative information that should be going to you. So please do not edit this in terms of the name that is attached to the star. I'll show you how to add your dietary preferences in a moment. So the first thing that you will do is, hopefully you have decided which room you will like, and then all you need to do is grab the little 3 bars, the little hamburger here, and then drag yourself up to whichever room you would like. And then when you release it, you are now in the maple room for the course of your retreat. The second thing that you need to do is go into the little edit button and edit your guest information. So again, please do not change the name associated with the retreat leader. But this is where you will tell us that you are a vegetarian, that you are allergic to onions, for example, that you might have a seasonal allergy to pollen, but it's managed with medications. And then if you have any, especially any other allergies that might require an EpiPen, we really would love to know that. We do have an apiary. We do keep bees here at Limina, so especially if folks have a bee allergy, it's quite easy to avoid them, but we just want to be sure that people are aware that we do keep bees here. We do have dogs that come to the house. We never have had cats in the house, so it's important for folks to communicate to us anything that the staff should know. This is also important down under registration notes. If one of your guests might have a health condition like diabetes, especially that our chef should know about, this is the place that you would communicate that to us. And then finally, sometimes for our larger retreats, retreat leaders ask that we move cots into the bedrooms. There is a charge for moving the cot in because it's additional work and laundry for the staff. So you just indicate yes or no. Will that guest need a cot in the room? So I'll just type here diabetes and then save. And then you're all finished. It's exactly the same process for adding your other guests. So as you go through, you would just click on the room, the Eagle Room, and add Bill Catania, his email, bill@liminarenewal.com, type of diet, omnivore. This is where you would indicate Bill is dairy-free and gluten-free. This is the base of many of our menus. We have a lot of experience with dairy-free and gluten-free cooking, and our chef Angela does an extraordinary job in making the meals incredibly delicious. No other allergies. And we'll say, yes, he does need a cot in the room. And let's say, for example, Bill twisted his knee and may need help on the stairs. That just gives our staff a heads up about any special needs that your guests will have. So you'll go through one by one and add your guests into the individual rooms here. If, as the months go on, you say you start this 2 months prior to your retreat and you end up moving guests around as your registration fills up, all you have to do is slide the guest from one room to another if you would like to change their room assignment. So I hope that helps you, and I'm more than happy to walk you through this at any time if you ever have any questions. As I mentioned in the emails that come from our system, the quote for your payment is based on our minimum number of guests, which is 6. You are welcome to add or change guests up to 7 days prior to your retreat, and we will update your invoice to reflect the actual number of guests and the kinds of rooms, the singles, the doubles, and the triples that you actually end up using. So thank you again for trusting us with your precious selves and your guests, and we can't wait to meet you or see you again and welcome you to Limina. Lots of love and blessings to you all. Bye-bye.